Welcome to this presentation by IBEX Pakistan and TBS London about our coding system called Vigilex, which lets consumers or dealers authenticate their lubricants in the market. The best is to show you two live examples. The first is where we integrate Vigilex into a branded tamper-evident label so that the label gets applied to the packaging, can be authenticated through SMS text by the consumer. Here's the label. Shape is variable. We can include here a hologram, also lots of branding and tamper evidence here. So when we apply this label onto the package, we can do that manually or automatically on your production line. Here an example putting it by hand, and this can be, with a bit of practice, can be done very quickly. So you put it on the clip it to the top, run it down the side of the neck, down the closure, and onto a flat part of the bottle. Even here, where we have a little bit of a non-flat top to the closure, it still sticks very well. We optimize the adhesive to the packaging itself. You can see when you try to remove it, it really breaks apart. In fact, the adhesive is quite strong. You can see here it's difficult to remove it. And as you remove it down the side where we have the rough area, we don't stick very well, of course, but as you go down the side of the bottle, you can see the label is splitting and there's a lot of tamper evidence there, and it's really impossible to remove and replace, or replace on another bottle. It's very obvious it's been opened. Now we can include also numbering and integrate that into the label itself, which is a scratch off area, to reveal the Vigilex code and also messaging, or we can put it inside the label, as in this example here. When you actually open the label, you can see here it's tamper evident. You can see the word open. You've also got the alphanumeric number here, which can be text through to the to the 4-digit code. You can see it's really tamper evident. You can see the word open everywhere. We've got data matrix, which can be read by a mobile scanner or a branded mobile application. In this case it has a thumb latch, and you can see this label is also dry peel, cannot be reapplied or reclosed, and that's how we do it. So the SMS text can be sent to our 4-digit code, which can be printed on the label. The message back to the verifier is really flexible. You can put whatever you want. You can tell them how to look for the seal, make sure the seal is intact, things like that. The second example is where we can print the Vigilex directly onto your bottling line or your filling lines. So we can use your existing printers or lasers, whatever you use, and we can integrate the Vigilex code and add it also. So we add that directly as a driver on your printer, and we come and install that throughout Pakistan. Now the code generation then is done directly at the printer and the laser, which means there's no downtime, or it's included in the label. We send directly to 3 secure servers outside of Pakistan, so they're very secure. Each one has all the data. All the codes are completely randomly generated. We use a PGP encryption, so they're really impossible to reverse engineer. All the data communication is using the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, which is also the highest available. And then we can vary the information that's sent back to the verifiers. We recommend to start with the consumer, but we can also integrate with your ERP and say which country the product was supposed to be in or which distributor it was sold to. All this information is totally flexible, and we can send it through to the person who's verifying. Now in Pakistan, we've already, in fact IBEX is already licensed by the PTA to operate SMS services. In fact, we already have 8028 and 8182, and these codes are very important to push in the market. Make sure everybody knows this is the right code to use, because that is one little area that needs to be covered. It doesn't matter if the verifier is in whichever different provider, it all gets routed through to our secure servers. And of course, what you can also do with time is you can actually use one code for all the lubricant industry, in particular because every single package gets its own number. So this is what we're doing in Europe. In fact, we use tamper evidence, we use authentication like in the holograms, We use coding with branded mobile applications or SMS text. And these are all the new things that are happening in Europe and good for your use. So we thank you very much for your attention, and Ahmed and I look forward to hearing back to your questions, and we thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.